guys, I'm sorry, it's going to have to be a very short visit today. But do take good care of yourselves. Please stay safe. And by all means, just Google Scientology. You know, the abuses that we're saying are actually happening. It's not all lies, guys. You're being told that, so you don't look into it for yourself. Those who are actually brave enough to use the internet and find out what's going on are so shocked and appalled that most of them leave. Have you looked at both sides of the story? Have you gathered all of the data? You're encouraged to do that. I think it's one of your pieces of text. Get all the data. Do you have all the data? No. You just sit there. You listen to whatever the church tells you, and you go along with it. You don't have all the data, guys. You need to find these things out. David Miscavige is beating up church members. Does it not bother you he's beating up church members? Do you not think it's wrong you have a disconnection policy? Or your RPF camps? Do none of these things bother you in the slightest? Because they should. If you really are ethical, these things should bother you very much. Yeah, I somehow doubt that you believe it or care. Scientology apparently can make you free and able, but I don't see anyone inside this building exhibiting any of those qualities. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. I will be seeing you all very, very soon. Bye. Apparently this is just a coincidence, but the pub just down from the QVS headquarters is called the Toss Bar. We don't believe it's associated with Scientology, mainly because there's far too many people inside it on a Friday night. Although not now, so maybe it could be. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Right, off the TCR. TCR! Its engines instead of normal ones. Yes. And then he proceeded to dump these aliens into volcanoes. Now their spirits then went up. He captured the spirits, implanted a false reality, so all kind of religion and stuff is completely ludicrous according to Scientology when you get to the high levels. And basically these spirits went around and latched on to us as human beings, and that's why we have all the problems that we experience. It's nothing to do with money or social pressure or economics or politics, it's because of these things called body thetans. Like, I mean, the thing is, like, the Zeno story is like the sort of, you know, that's the sort of punchline of the Scientology joke. But there's a lot else wrong with it. They force female members to have abortions. The leader at the moment beats up staff. They've got prison camps, which sound absolutely horrific. Yeah, where are they? They're in America. They've got. I mean, the thing is, they've got these. They could be almost anywhere. It's just basically a place where you can't escape, and they can keep you in control. The big one they got is a place called Gold Base in America. And this is actually somewhere where they have barbed wire only facing inwards, you know, so anyone can get in, but it's very hard for people to then get out. And it's nuts. I mean, people have lost their lives, they break up families, they brainwash members. I mean, the more you look into it, the more kind of, I think, disturbed and disgusted you'll get, so. Well, the thing is, it hasn't cropped over overnight, right? It's been going on for like about 40 years. A science fiction writer called L. Ron Hubbard. That makes sense. Yeah, exactly. And the guy's quoted saying, you know, because he used to write comic books and stuff like that. L. Ron Hubbard, yeah. And he's quoted saying, you know, getting paid a penny a word is the chumps. If you want to make real money, you know, $1 million, start your own religion. And then 2 years later, he founded the Church of Scientology. Yeah. How is it vulnerable? Well, the thing is, like, the guy who founded it, right, was made it a priority to recruit celebrities, because he knew that in order for expansion to occur, popular figures had to be seen embracing it. So, and because they have money. So, I mean, the thing is, maybe there are, you know, Scientology is basically is more like a sort of a practical philosophy, you know, a series of self-help courses. And maybe some of these things can help people. So there are some good things in its defence. Yeah, no, I mean, I would. Yeah, no, sure, I mean, sure. I mean, it's hard to sort of, you know, prove whether these things actually work or not. Of course, they're always going to say that they do. Are they saying do not steal? Are they saying treat your neighbour fairly? Are they saying those kinds of things? No, it's not. It's not like that in the sense that they have the 10 Commandments. I mean, they don't really have a set. I mean, they've got a lot of policy letters, but in terms of, you know, sort of what you would. In your life day to day, what would they advise on that to one of their members? What's that? that's a really good question. The thing is, if you ask a Scientologist, right, what their religion's about, or their so-called religion, they'll say, oh, go and read a book. You know, go to a library, look it up go to our website. No one can actually give you an answer. And it's quite hard. I mean, their objective is to kind of like clear the planet of all these thetans or thetans or whatever they're called, and make everyone reach this state of clear where you're meant to get rid of your kind of so-called reactive mind. I guess it's close to the subconscious. They are a very money-oriented group. I mean, if you haven't got money, the Church of Scientology will not help you. And I've spoken to people protesting, you know, when I think one guy, his wife had lost someone and was really, really down, and went to the church.
Can I take a picture on my phone?
You can, mate, yeah. Went to the church to try and seek help. It says Life Improvement Centre, and they sent her away. And I asked the guy why, and he said, well, I think it's because she didn't have any money. You know, and then you take into account all the other things like the forced abortions, child labour, slave labour, imprisonment for the members, human trafficking. It just goes on and on and on and on, and it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It is. What I'll do is when I get out, mate, I'll give you a card which will have a couple of links on. They have this thing called their fair game policy, and anyone who just doesn't believe in Scientology can be considered an enemy of the church. Now, the fair game policy states that these people can be lied, tricked, sued or destroyed under any means necessary, without the Scientologist who's doing it to receive any repercussions from any Scientologist. So basically, if the law doesn't catch you, and the Scientologists know you've done something as a Scientologist to someone like myself, you will not be held accountable. And of course they say all this stuff's nonsense, but I mean, you know, if you speak to sort of, I mean, I've spoken to a couple of Scientologists and they confirm that these policies are still going on. You know, the disconnection of families, they say, oh, that's never existed. I've spoken to, down to the cab, up to the TCR place. Thank you, sir. What have we got here? Someone taking a test. I don't know if you can see that, someone inside. Hi! Oh, hi guys! How's it going? Scientology is a criminal organisation designed to make money. Google Lisa McPherson. Find out. Visit www.whyaretheydead.info for a long list of people who have lost their lives to this controversial organisation, many of whom have committed suicide. Because when you're inside the Church of Scientology, they convince you that without it, you'll amount to nothing. Scientology is a mind-controlled thought. They take you in, they tell you you have problems and that they are the solution to those problems. Do not be fooled. It is a complete and utter load of lies. I'm sure most of you are fine. You certainly don't need help from the Church of Scientology. Why does the Church of Scientology's current leader, David Miscavige, beat up church members? Why do they have prison camps for their members? Oh, hi guys. No, David Miscavige isn't coming to beat you. Not yet. Thank you, sir. Why do you have a disconnection policy? Does it not bother you that your church, your so-called church, is breaking up friends and families all across the world? Do you not think there's something wrong about this, considering you're meant to be the most ethical people on the planet?